Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Former Steelers Antonio Brown files for bankruptcy. Former Pittsburgh Steelers star wide receiver Antonio Brown has declared bankruptcy, marking a significant downturn in his post-NFL life. Brown, who once dazzled fans with his on-field performances, has struggled to maintain relevance since his tumultuous departure from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After his NFL career, Brown dabbled in various ventures, including attempting a rap career and starting his own news company. However, these endeavors have not been successful. Brown made the announcement about his financial troubles on social media platform X, where he also shared his plans for the upcoming summer. From his CTESPN account, Brown revealed his bankruptcy filing. His financial woes are not surprising to many, considering his history of burning bridges and failing to pay debts. This behavior has left him with few allies willing to support his ventures. Despite making some accurate predictions early in the NFL free agency period, Brown's credibility has since waned. His supposed news source has frequently been incorrect about NFL transactions, and his self-promotion has not resonated with fans. Brown's current situation stands in stark contrast to his glory days with the Steelers. Once a top story for his highlight reel plays, he is now in the news for all the wrong reasons. His off-field controversies and legal issues have overshadowed his impressive career statistics, potentially jeopardizing his Hall of Fame chances. While Brown possesses the numbers to be considered a first-ballot Hall of Famer, his negative public image may hinder his induction. The NFL community, which values respect and integrity, may be reluctant to honor someone with such a tumultuous history. Brown's decline has led to speculation about the causes of his erratic behavior. Some point to a vicious hit from Vontaze Burfict as a turning point, but stories of Brown's difficult personality predate that incident. Former teammates and even his stepfather have described him as insufferable and egotistical. Despite his financial and personal struggles, Brown remains determined to continue his pursuits. He announced plans to release another album this summer and intends to keep running CTESPN. How long these efforts will last remains uncertain, but Brown's unwillingness to admit defeat suggests he will keep trying. 5 storylines to watch at Steelers OTAs 2024. With rookie minicamp in the books, the Pittsburgh Steelers officially kick off their first of 10 organized team activities on Tuesday, May 21st, otherwise known as OTAs. Though participation in OTAs is voluntary, there's little doubt that the bulk of the Steelers' roster, particularly on offense, as they look to install Arthur Smith's new scheme, will be in attendance. Here are 5 storylines to watch during Steelers OTAs in 2024. The Steelers had big-time shakeups at several positions this offseason, but there's no doubt that one of biggest came on the offensive line. They released Mason Cole and Chuka Okorafor ahead of free agency, who started the 2023 season at center and right tackle respectively, and used 3 of their top 4 picks in the draft to rebuild what was left. The Steelers have their answer at left and right guard with Isaac Seumalo and James Daniels. Even as a rookie, second-round center Zach Frazier should slate in as a day 1 starter, given that their other options don't provide much more in the way of quality experience. Nate Herbig, Ryan McCullum. Where things get interesting is their configuration at offensive tackle. Both Broderick Jones and first-round rookie Troy Fautanu have played the bulk of their careers at left tackle, as has veteran Dan Moore. That means one of the 3 will be without a starting job come September, and another will be starting opposite his natural position on the offensive line. At rookie minicamp, the Steelers had Fautanu working primarily at right tackle, which means they're likely projecting Broderick Jones at left tackle and Moore in a swing backup role. However, OTAs, mandatory minicamp, June 11th to 13th, and training camp will be a crucial opportunity to attempt different configurations of these 3 to find the best fit. Interestingly, even if it means little in projecting his position in the NFL, Fataanu blocked for a left-handed quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., in each of his 2 seasons starting at Washington. That means he was not tasked to protect Penix's blind side while playing left tackle. The fate of the aforementioned Dan Moore Jr. will almost certainly hinge on the performance of Broderick Jones and Troy Fataanu. To put it bluntly, his future with the team is very much on the line heading into 2024, the final year of his rookie contract. There's not much to be said about Moore that hasn't already been touched upon. Simply put, he was a liability on the offensive line, particularly in pass protection. Moore allowed 56 total pressures over 17 games in the 2023 season, which tied for the 5th most among all offensive linemen in the regular and postseason. If he enters the year as a starter on the Steelers' offensive line, expect it to be broadly assumed that it is only to give rookie Fataanu room to earn his stripes. Assuming Fataanu does earn those stripes and they are comfortable with the depth of Dylan Cook and versatile OL Spencer Anderson, who earned some reps at right tackle in the 2023 preseason, the Steelers can save $3.366 million with a trade or release per over the cap. Bud Dupree's mentality facing Steelers' talented offensive tackles: "I'm a grown man and you're still a kid." When he signed with the Los Angeles Chargers earlier this month, Bud Dupree didn't even realize the Pittsburgh Steelers would be on the schedule, now slated to be a Week 3 matchup. But he's excited to return to Pittsburgh to face the team that drafted him in the first round. He knows what it's like to be a young first-round pick, and this time, he'll try to be the veteran schooling the kids. Joining Chris Long and his Green Light podcast, which aired Monday, Dupree was asked about his mentality facing the Steelers' first-rounders, Broderick Jones and Troy Fataanu. "You gotta go all day with them," Dupree told Long. "Young guys, they come out hyped. Early on, you gotta let them know early on that I'm a grown man and you're still a kid. You gotta make sure you're telling them that. But at the end of the day, they're 2 first-rounders, so they're going to be talented. You gotta make sure when they drop their ball, you're making them pay every time." Bud Dupree wasn't talking smack to his former team. He gave them their due but recognized what it's like to battle young but athletic first-rounders with high expectations. Dupree was once in that camp, ultra-athletic but unrefined, coming out of Kentucky, a school that didn't even offer a true positional coach. Traits and upside made him a first-rounder. Staying healthy and honing his craft proved he was worth the investment, breaking out for 11.5 sacks in 2019, eventually cashing in with the Tennessee Titans. The Chargers' third edge rusher behind Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, Dupree figures to log time on both sides. This means that he'll see both tackles, presuming they're both starters. Jones is a lock at one of the tackle spots, most likely on the left side, while Fataanu has a good chance to assume starting right tackle duties. Dupree signed a 2-year deal worth up to $10 million with the Chargers, choosing them over reported interest from Pittsburgh and Atlanta. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Bud Dupree? Leave your opinion in the comments.